Do not attempt the techniques you are about to see without consulting a professional. On this episode of The Dog Whisperer.
I think it's easier for me to read a dog when nobody's there, especially when we're talking about powerful guys who one mistake can kill you.
The first time she saw Fofo, Bella just chased her all over the house. Fofo really does not want to have anything to do with her.
It started off very just territorial. And now, all of a sudden, she's turned evil, only with my daughter.
My job is to help people to understand what dogs really need. When a dog is balanced, you are going to enjoy a true friend. I rehabilitate dogs, I train people. I am the Dog Whisperer.
In the high desert, 2 hours north of Los Angeles, there's a lot of sunshine and a lot of space. Aerospace engineers Julie Souders and Bo Estradi live here with Titan, a 6-year-old Rottweiler who's supposed to be a cat.
My cat disappeared about 4 years ago, and we went to the pound every day looking for this cat.
You know, I walked through there, and sure enough, here's Titan sitting a day past his sentence. So I was like, He kind of like licked my fingers. He gave me that look, and I said, you know, I got to try.
My rules were, if he doesn't have manners or if he jumps the fence, then he can't stay. The first and only time that Titan growled at me was the very night we brought him home.
And she told me about it. I said, nah, what are you talking about? So I run over to go hug him. You know, I'd give him a big bear hug. And he kind of did it with me, too. I said, whoa.
Heeding the early warning, Bo and Julie wasted little time enrolling Titan in obedience classes.
3 or 4 dogs in the group dwindled down to 2 because I think Titan frightened those other people and their dogs. And we don't want to put people in jeopardy, so we just started avoiding that and isolating ourselves.
Julie and Bo managed to get Titan to behave with them at home, but everything changed whenever visitors stopped by.
It's a little confusing because he comes up to you, puts his head on your lap, pet me, and you go to pet him, and the Jekyll and Hyde takes place. He's really a big part of the family, and that's what I think people don't believe. He is a big teddy bear.
But then again, you know, there's situations where I don't feel at ease with him being present and not knowing exactly what's going to happen. So if somebody comes in, good. I'm on 110% alert on every move that he makes to try to correct, jump on him, react.
Outside the protective cocoon of their home, Bo and Julie worry about even more triggers to Titan's bad behavior.
Our technique now is to just avoid people on bicycles, shopping carts, overpasses. Anything sets them off, and we can't figure it out. If there was a stray dog that wasn't behind a fence, then it's kind of like all bets are off.
California, a wonderful state. One bite and the dog, they can take my dog. And I'm gonna have a hard time with that, I'll tell you right now.
I would like to be able to not always be on edge and not always have to say, this is Titan, he has a bad attitude. That's now become his name, you know, and I don't want that.
Dog behavior expert Cesar Millan has a soft spot in his heart for powerful breeds. Rottweilers were among the first dogs he rehabilitated professionally.
If you approach, he's on you. And we don't know what that trigger is. He's making you think that, gosh, I'm here, I want you to pet me, and then you invade his personal space. And he doesn't really even give you a warning that you have. He will lunge.
And he's been that way for 4 years?
Yeah, day 1. So we've learned to avoid it by just saying no eye contact, no touching, no talking.
Right.
We can't do that at the vet's office. And then that's where everything just unfolds and we can't control him.
I don't know if he's been socialized enough to know how to approach other dogs. That's another fear that we have. So when we take him on walks, most of the time, but we're out here in the middle of the desert, there's people that let their dogs run loose. We've had a situation where a German Shepherd came up and, you know, he turned around, bit the German Shepherd, you know, and then it ran off.
So besides the walks, what other activities you guys do with him?
Tug of war.
That's the only.
That's probably like the biggest, the only thing he likes to play. We've tried throwing and, you know, bring the ball back kind of thing, and he's not too interested.
He's not a retriever?
He's kind of lazy. No, he's not much of a retriever.
Right.
The walking is good, but when you have a powerful breed like Rottweilers, you need that challenge to the breed side of him. The tug of war, even though he likes it, it brings...
It does.
You know what I mean? So that won't be like the right activity, even though he loves it. It's just bring that ability for him to control.
How do we get him interested in another, you know?
Through
game?
other dogs. Other dogs can teach him how to be a different way.
We're scared of that.
Well, I know. I think it's easier for me to read a dog when nobody's there, because I would be the only one who influences a reaction. Especially when we're talking about powerful guys who one mistake can kill you. He wants his owners. That's why we don't have the owners here. It's not being aggressive, that's the part of it. It's very important to know, and that's exactly the mind that I want to keep. One of the things that he is definitely doing that is very important is that as soon as you're coming towards, he gives you eye contact. So if you keep looking at and keep moving forward, that can trigger any guard breed to move forward, because that pretty much is a challenge. That's why it's very important. No touch, no talk, no eye contact. And that half a second of a second that they're giving you, you have to learn to remove eye contact, look somewhere else if you want to keep moving into his space.
Caesar decides to have Titan interact with two calm, submissive members of his pack, Lewis and Sid.
So he's curious, not aggressive, not dominant, not territorial. If he gets a little bit more intense, then I give a correction. Right there, that. Too focused, too much intensity on it. I want him to look at him, but not to get so fixated on it. That's a very important thing. So
Okay, is that too much right there?
Well, this is alert.
Okay.
See that?
Okay.
That's alert.
Yeah. But once he changes, you know, you can see the same body language, different energy. Because if you correct just him being curious, and then you confuse the mind.
See, like that's too much, right? Or
No, he's playing right there. This is a curious.
But when he plays, he can hurt things too.
He can, yeah, he can. If he gets too excited, too intense, yeah. Can I have the muzzle out?
Caesar keeps Titan muzzled as a safety measure during this first socialization exercise. For now, he still needs the leash to keep the Rottweiler off his smaller dogs.
Well, we'd like to get another dog, but under normal circumstances, if there had been a dog in the backyard, we would have freaked out trying to separate the two of them, because we don't have enough trust in Titan to let that happen.
He's pretty focused right now.
Hey. See, the move that I'm looking for, see, this is good for him to back away.
That's more avoidance is what we've seen.
This slowing down. I just want him to go, there we go, that. To smell the rear, that's what we want.
That's all I gotta do?
Well, see, I want to bring the nose back. If he stays in the eyes, they can stay in a fight mode. But if they go into the nose, they become curious, right? So then it sends the brain to a different state, a more social state.
Right, smelling is not such an aggressive state.
That's right.
Right.
Let's see how he introduces himself to Lewis. Hey. Hey. See the difference between the way he behaves with him and the way he behaved with him.
Well, he turned around and kind of tried to run away, and he's chasing it.
Because he's showing weakness.
Right.
So he's going to behave different from a dog that's showing weakness from a dog that is not showing weakness. That's why, in order for us to bring his social behavior, we have to put him around dogs that show no weakness. That's why the pack is so important.
Caesar offers Bo and Julie a 3-week break from their struggles. They'll drive to Los Angeles to drop Titan off at the Dog Psychology Center, where he'll get the ultimate boot camp experience, a full slate of activities, and 40 new friends.
I feel like the owners were saying all the right things, but I felt this energy of being uncertain, and that can lead a dog into misbehaving. They're not the pack leaders. Simple as that. He gets excited, and they don't stop him when he's excited.
Hey. ¿Qué pasó, güey?
Every time a new dog comes, if you watch the show, the whole environment changes just because the scent of that new dog. So we're gonna start, take the leash off. And we're gonna invite a female first to be the ambassador of meeting.
Do I?
Huh?
I don't know if he wants to meet anybody now.
That's tension. See, she's sensing the tension from him, but now he's relaxing. That's good. See that tail wagging? See that she's being assertive. There you go. That's control.
I definitely wouldn't try this without.
Exactly.
I wouldn't try this on my own without.
That's right. Yeah, that's what you need to consult a professional. If I'm gonna fix a rocket, I'm gonna go all the way down and then start building them right back.
Right.
So I can know why the explosion happens.
Gotcha.
I'm going back to the basics.
Yeah.
But I need a place where I build rockets.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
This is your team.
Yeah,
Right.
this is pretty much everybody was a rocket before.
Yeah.
Or a bomb.
Exactly.
One by one, Caesar introduces Titan to 3 more dogs, hoping to find a calm role model for the excitable Rottweiler.
It's chemistry.
It's chemistry, exactly. There we go. See, she's backing up. That's right. That's really good.
Flirting.
Flirting, that's right. Which brings social behavior. That's why I'm using those females. You know, and when I saw her that she wanted to meet him, that's right. When I saw that she wanted to meet him, and then she would be the right female to break the bubble of antisocial behavior.
Okay.
He gets to do a camp, you know. This is probably once in a lifetime
A girlfriend.
experience.
He's never had a girlfriend.
Yeah, we were too afraid he may eat the girlfriend, so it's a good place for him to do it.
Yeah.
I am in love, you know, with all breeds, but I definitely have a special place in my heart for the Rotties. At the time that my boys were growing up, I had a pack of Rotties. So to me, a Rottweiler represents somebody who helped me raise my boys. It just makes sense to me to study him in my territory. I wanted him to know that he was going to be challenged every day so he can show us, look, this is why I'm unstable. What I needed to do first is to drain some of that pent-up energy right away. And 2 of his best friends and role models is actually 2 chocolate lab. Come on, guys, come on. Good boys, good boys.
Caesar also uses the pool to help Titan's rehabilitation with much-needed hot weather exercise and the therapy of human touch.
We're just using the pool while he's already in a swimming frame of mind. So once he's swimming, that's all he's gonna focus on. So we're gonna be able to touch parts of his body that he normally does not allow us to touch when he's at the vet's office, at his house, you know, normal scenarios without water. So this is why we have to come up with so many different ways of convincing him or rehabilitating them how to learn to trust and respect people. And that's the part that he didn't trust before. He didn't trust people's touch. And for him to see the dogs playing, that's also part of the rehab. There we go, look at that. See, no puffing, no growling, no nothing. Bo and Julie, this is especially for you. This is my crew. This is some of my family members, my 2 kids. And I'm going to show you an example how to bring Titan into meeting my group or into meeting your family, into meeting your friends. This is one way of creating a perfect meeting. People most of the time feel intimidated when they see a dog coming towards them. So it's important that the owner tells them when to come in. There we go. Then you bring him around the environment of who you want him to meet. That's right. That's right. So this will be a perfect time. He's being totally relaxed in the moment. So I'm gonna show my son how to approach. So this is a kid that came into my house and I want him to give affection. Kids are allowed to approach as long as there's a grown-up supervising the relationship. Because he can change, see that? Move your hand. That was it. That was the moment of him, there we go, that quietness, that him closing his mouth. But if you notice that split second, once my son removed his hand, he was about to do what he normally does. But at that moment, I control, I block, and I told him exactly how I want him to behave. There we go. So let's do it again.
Using food to motivate Titan as well as to create trust, Caesar has the other members of the group introduce themselves.
Remove your hand. That's right. Very good. If you remember in the tape, he got hurt really bad. All because the way the owners allow him to meet Todd. So I'm showing Titan how to meet Todd in a different way so Todd doesn't have to go through surgery. All right, go for it. There we go. Now bring him towards the blanket. Very good. And then make him go down. Very good. Now pet him. No food, no more food.
More food?
Yeah, no more food. That's right.
Titan's next stop is all-breed herding in Long Beach, California, where city dogs come to recapture the herding instincts with a flock of real sheep. Though modern Rottweilers are thought of as fighting or guard dogs, their ancestors were actually used to drive and herd livestock.
We want him to release his excitement in there, in the arena. You know, I'm gonna take the leash now. Yeah, I'm gonna have my son right next to me, you know, as the supervision always. He's following directions, I am the pack leader.
Titan's mentor today will be owner and operator Jerome Stewart.
Hey, good to see you again.
Hi, Caesar, welcome
I got a new guy for you.
Wow.
And I brought my son so he can experience being around you.
And he brought me a ladybug.
Yeah.
Sign of good luck.
All right, so we have a new guy. His name is Titan, and I think he's a little bored at home.
Hey, Titan.
You know, and I know that you can guide him very well.
Oh, yeah, Titan's a little bit overweight.
He is, isn't it? Sheep herding takes 15 minutes for a dog to drain himself. You know, and so all this pent-up energy, because he's chunky, you know, to remove some of that is very important. This is Mother Nature.
Pet the sheep when...
Let him go.
Attaboy. Good.
Oh, my God.
That's it. Good, good, perfect. Good boy.
Oh, my God.
That's the job.
I was expecting, you know, and this is in...
Good. There's the Roddy style.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yeah, Titan.
Good.
Very good. Good block. That was a great block.
Now watch him. Here he goes.
There he goes.
Woo-hoo! Good, Titan. Good. That's a dog.
He's doing great.
That's a dog. Good boy.
He's natural. He's totally natural.
Yeah.
See that slightly blocked. Very nice. There you go. See the stick.
Good.
Atta boy. Whoa. Whoa.
Fooey.
Hey. The Rottweiler was used to bring the cow to the butcher. And then the butcher would slaughter the sheep and the cow. But that was thousands of years ago, or hundreds of years ago, you know. That's not what we need now, but it's still in his genes. Yeah, we didn't want him to be a butcher. We just wanted him to be a herder.
Good, 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 good. Perfect.
That's a good ending.
Yeah! Woohoo! Woohoo!
I am in tune to the dog, and I love the experience of the performance. That's one thing. Now, see my kid in action, practicing sheep herding. It was a wonderful day. I have to be able to create the behavior I want without anything on his neck. That's how they're born. And right now, Titan has no choke chain, no collar. That means I have 100% trust. Come on, buddy. That's right. See, head low means respect. He came with head low, ears back. And I just keep my head up. That was affection. That was a primal ritual. Hugging and all that stuff, that's more for me than it is for him. For him to give me this and show me this is primal respect.
On the day he returns Titan to Julie and Bo, Caesar decides to test the rehabilitated Rottweiler at his least favorite place, the veterinarian's office.
How are you guys? Good.
Good, good.
Good to see you. It was important for me to see a behavior that I didn't get to see. I didn't really get to see real aggression, real explosions. I didn't allow that. So I always like to work in the worst case scenario. I know that the doctor's office is the worst case scenario that they have.
We have to bring him in sedated. So he's usually a little wobbly. Typically, he's waiting in the room. We try and maybe keep his back towards the other dogs.
Okay.
2 or 3 of the techs will come in.
Yeah.
We have him muzzled. He's fine with that. He's walking around. I'll hold him. But if the techs, they kind of pull him in here, they'll pull him in the corner. They get one on each side, one on the other.
And they immediately start pinching and poking and trying to, you know, take his temperature. Man, he does not like it.
How's he doing?
All right. Let me get out of the way.
Hold him right here.
We're hopeful, you know, to start seeing these differences in him. Caesar's teaching us the precise moments where we have to react.
There we go. So at that moment, correction.
In some ways, I could see that what he was trying to do is get the behavior out of me also, not just the dogs.
You relax, man.
Breathing in, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep
Doctor, dog owner working together, see? But see, I become the source of the energy.
Positive energy.
If I'm tense, I mean, that's right. I got it.
That's energy that's going to feed to us because usually we're nervous. Thank you very much.
Okay, good improvement. Not bad for a chunky guy.
With Titan home at last, Caesar presents Bo and Julie with a surprise, a highlight reel of their Rottweiler's recent adventures.
I am working with 2 engineers, so they gotta see to believe it. You know, so I think the videotape idea is very educational. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Look, as soon as we let it go, look at chunky boy. He's moving. That's his best friend, look.
We would have never put money on that he could be best friends with a Chihuahua and all these little dogs. So that was really pleasant to see because that reinforces that, yes, he can get along with a cat, you know, a smaller animal, and hopefully another dog.
They're right there.
Yeah. And that's what I've started to pay attention to is it's almost like he stops breathing.
Yeah.
You know, he'll stop panting.
That is fine. Right there.
The licking the lips.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then just a touch.
Okay.
So the owner have to challenge a dog in different situations, and then you get this good citizen thing.
Right. Well, I think maybe the mistake that we made is we've taken him on walks. He got really good at them, and so I think we just learned to pick and choose where we were successful at, and only did that. You know, watching Caesar's tape, we realized that that was only a small portion of what he was needing from us.
This is great. This doesn't get no better than this. Yeah, we're gonna miss him. Well, what am I saying? We're gonna miss this big meatball. You know, I mean, the pack feels complete with a Rottweiler in. I get to have his name.
It was noticeably lonely. Yeah, we missed him, definitely, for sure. And if we can bring another dog into the house, then, you know, all the better. The ultimate goal is obviously to just open up Titan's life.